अफिसियली चाहिँ यहाँहरु समक्ष हैन इन्ट्रोड्युस गराउन सकेका थिएनौं। मलाई लाग्छ सरकारी प्रक्रियामा पनि ढिलो, विभागीय मन्त्री पनि हुनु नभएको कारणले अलिकति एक दुई दिन ढिलो भएको हुन सक्छ र सरकारले एप्रुभल दिएपछि मात्रै औपचारिक रूपमै यहाँलाई परिचय गराउने भन्ने क्याबिनेट निर्णय बमोजिम हामीले आज कार्यक्रम राखेका छौं। यसमा अब धेरै भन्नु केही छैन, यसबारेमा क्रिकेटका विज्ञहरू, क्रिकेटर साथीहरू, स्वयं हेड कोच जो एउटा लामो अनुभव छ, नेपालमा पनि उहाँले पहिला एज अ कन्सल्टेन्ट काम गरिसक्नु भएको छ र हाम्रो सामु ओडीआई बचाउने चुनौती र होम सिरिज जुन चाहिँ हामीले 8वटा म्याच ट्यु मैदानमा खेल्नु पर्ने छ, त्यो सबैभन्दा अहिलेको सबैको आँखामा त्यो घुमिराखेको छ जस्तो लाग्छ। किनभने 2020 मा चाहिँ हामीले पहिलो होम सिरिज फेब्रुअरी 2 देखि 10 सम्म हामीले अमेरिका, ओमान र नेपालको चाहिँ आयोजना गरेका थियौं र त्यसमा हामीले चाहिँ 2टा म्याच मात्रै जित्न सफल भएका थियौं र क्यान पनि भर्खर सस्पेन्सनबाट अपलिफ्ट भएर नयाँ कार्यसमिति आएको थियो। धेरै कुराहरुको भनौं न क्यानले पनि त्यस्तो खालको अनुभव, त्यस्तो खालको सेटअप, धेरै कुराले गर्दाखेरि होम सिरिजका सबै पाउनु पर्ने रिजल्ट त्यो बेला पनि हामीले पाउन सकेनौं र मलाई लाग्छ जुन खालको प्रोसिजरबाट हेड कोच सिलेक्सन हुनु भएको छ र निकै छलफलपछि छनौट टिमले आगामी नेपालको भविष्यलाई हेरेर उहाँलाई चाहिँ ल्याउनु भएको छ। त्यसबाट हामी चाहिँ सकारात्मक के राम्रो रिजल्टको चाहिँ हामी आशावादी छौं र अर्को पनि आशा के छ भनेपछि एउटा आरोप लाग्दै गर्छ नेपालमा कोच आउने अनि ट्रान्जिट बनाउने फेरि हिन्दिने, त्यो आरोपबाट पनि यसपालि मुक्त चाहिँ पक्कै हामी हुन्छौं कि भन्ने फेरि अर्को चाहिँ हामी यहाँलाई विश्वास दिलाउन चाहन्छु। यसबारे म धेरै बोलेन, आज इन्ट्रोडक्सन प्रोग्राम भएको हुनाले फर्दर आफ्नो भिजन प्लान र सबै कुरा कोचले नै यहाँलाई बताउनुहुनेछ। धन्यवाद, यहाँ आउनुभयो, सबैलाई स्वागत गर्न चाहन्छु, धन्यवाद दिन चाहन्छु।
And of course, our coach, we're glad to have you here, but your CV speaks for itself. Mr. Monty Desai, as we call him, has been the batting coach of UAE in 2019, head coach of Cricket Canada WCL2 in 2019. He's worked as a batting coach for Afghanistan team in 2018. He's had many streaks of achievement, out of which a few I can say is the head scout of Rajasthan Royals, his work with Mumbai Indians, and if I start saying the list of things he's achieved, we'll miss a lot of things right now. So without further ado, I'm going to call upon the center of attraction today, head coach Monty Desai.
Thanks, Vedant, and thank you, President. First of all, one error. I've never worked with Mumbai Indians, so just let you know. But that has never happened. And Rajasthan Royals, of course. Rajasthan Royals have been a long association with them. There are a lot of thoughts. Okay, so if I put it in simple words right now, my journey is all about being people, places, passion with purpose. And over here also I've come with a lot of purpose in my mind. My association obviously with Nepal, Cricket Nepal, the players out here in the past, present and the aspiring cricketers. I've been connected with them since 2012, if I can say so. Today it's an honor and excitement for me to accept this head coach position with Cricket Association of Nepal. And the only thing which comes in my mind at the moment is to create happy dressing room. That's my coaching philosophy. I would like to build an environment where we all, when we go forward in the next 2 years, feel proud about the story that we'll be building. A lot more thoughts I've put it in paper, which probably will pass on to you as well. I'm a man of few words, but I like to put it acutely in a proper way when it comes for you to read it. Okay. That's it for me.
Thank you, sir. If there are any further questions, please feel free. As you heard, he's a man of few words. So very subtle and specific questions would be great. Thank you.
So it has already been said that Nepal has been a transit for coaches. So are you going to stay here for long? Or it will be like this for you as well?
It's a good start, good question, and a good way of having a good, healthy conversation. Like I said, that my relationship with Nepal has been since 2012. And if I can share the small story, at that time, I think if I remember properly, I was involved in another World Cup qualifiers. It was also a T20 format, and I was a consultant with Cricket Canada. And that's the first time I had an interaction to see Nepal cricket team, and their enthusiasm on the ground. And one man who stood out with his accurate bowling at that point was Sakti Gaushan. And obviously that story unfolded in a way where we were able to invite him to Rajasthan Royals as well at that point. So I can say that the unconditional love of this country, and I have been very, very clear in my mind when I've taken a commitment towards this job. You can expect me to stay here for the contract, which at the moment is for 2 years, and extended period as well after that. So it will also come down to results, I guess. So it depends on you, all people out here, and the association. But I'm committed. Hi.
From Galaxy Television. So, as all of us say that Nepal is in a crucial moment, because we have 12 games left and we need to save our ODI status. So, how do you find the team?
Obviously, I came with a lot of curiosity and interest towards what's been done so far and how the players are shaping up. I can say that in last 8-9 days of work with them, interaction with them off the field and on the ground, there are skills which are right there. I can see very clearly that they are capable of presenting good cricket skills. And in cricketing language, if I say, it comes down to whatever plans you put together, and if they are present to those plans and defined roles, you can surely be assured that they'll put up a good show. I understand your concern about the crucial stage. Let us not forget how we gained this ODI status. Okay, it was a story in itself, if you remember very well. Obviously, I was watching it from the opposite camp at that point when I was representing Afghanistan. But the players have that big heart, and then they obviously represent your nation with a lot of pride. Okay.
For every coach, batting is the main challenge. So, how will you tackle with this challenge?
What's the question?
So every coach, batting is the major challenge. How are you going to tackle with the batting challenge?
Well, like I said, the skills are there. So we are having those conversations for last 7-8 days. It's about identifying how do we bring in that consistency, the consistent performance on field. It again comes down to for them to understand that what are their strengths and how well they can execute their strengths when they have been challenged by the opposite skills, on the ground, in the game. And it's a process. So obviously, you do not expect everyone to perform on, immediately. But at the same time, the more they get confident about their skills, the more they understand their roles. They understand the value of how the team builds a score. It's the phases of the game where you build partnerships, understand what is your strength, what is your partner's strength out there. And again, it's the story that you build as a batting group, if you're talking specifically for batting. And remember that in last 24 games, I have done a little bit of study in that. There are times when we have scored good runs. As an example, we had a tied match against USA, which was 270 plus. So again, it gives me confidence that once we put the plan in place and the players are clear about their roles, with the thought process which we are trying to educate as a whole management group together, and of course me as a coach, I'm pretty confident that it will come. Okay?
We have gone through lots of these days.
We have gone through lots of
ups and downs in Nepali cricket,
define.
like spot fixing and rape allegations. And will that affect the team's performance during these matches?
थोड़ा ट्विस्ट लाओ.
Yes.
आप भी एक रोल प्ले कर रहे हैं. अप्स एंड डाउन्स आपकी लाइफ में भी होते हैं. आपके रोल के वक्त जब आप आते हैं यहाँ पे आपका 100% देते ही नहीं देते. वही एजुकेशन चल रहा है. लेट्स कीप द आउटसाइड नॉइज out and not let the dressing room affect. Like I said, that my whole effort is towards making a good, happy dressing room. Of course, a happy dressing room will also have sometimes uncomfortable conversations, but we are present to it, and I have a pretty good idea of what the team is going through, but at the same time, I think we are all of them, everyone out here is into it, and it's time for us to get united. Yeah.
Good afternoon, Coach.
Yes.
This is possible from the Kathmandu Post. So, I have
Sorry,
one question. So, this
I can't see him.
player named Span. There was a lot of protest and criticism for including him in the 20-member squad. So, what's your plan? What's your plan in future? Are you going to include him in the final list, or will you leave? Because there's lots of criticism, and also cricket in Scotland, and they are also mentioned cricket in Scotland in Namibia.
नहीं सुन रहा हूँ, समझा.
Is it which player is it regarding?
Can he come in front? I can't see him.
Ramit Sani.
Yeah. Yeah, you can use the mic, sorry.
There is a rape across player in your squad. There were a lot of criticism regarding including him in your squad. So, are you planning to include him in the final squad, or will you leave him? Because he is an elite of rape, and there is also a lot of street protest for the first time in history of Nepali sports.
So look, I mean, I understand. Hello, I understand cricket, okay, and I have a very clear idea of cricket language, right? And I think in any journey which we all go through together, it is a lot about lawfully in right place, it's a lot about professionally in right place, and then having a process up till now, from day one till now, I can say a proper process has been followed. At the moment, we have come down to a squad, right? And obviously, I am also monitoring how the squad is shaping up. So this is the present scenario of the squad, and he is definitely in the squad. Thank you.
After 5 years, you come back to the ground. So how did you find his fitness and mental and physical status?
What is it?
Regarding Sandeep's fitness.
Yeah. Okay, so it was heartening to see that when he came on the ground, my major interest was how well he is able to approach this whole thing. So on the ground, he was pretty much present to his role, to his skills, and as we kept on adding number of days with the team together, he was received well by the team as well, and he has been doing what he knows to do, which is his bowling. Okay.
यो प्रश्न त्यही प्रश्न मैले दोहोऱ्याएँ उसले आरोप लागेको एकजना खेलाडी छ जबरले आरोप लागेको अब तपाईँहरूको विरुद्ध स्ट्रिट प्रोटेस्ट पनि भयो तपाईँहरू थाहा भयो होला माथि गठबन्धनमा यतिकै ठाउँ ठाउँमा तपाईँहरू विरोध भइरहेछ अब तपाईँहरू चाहिँ उसलाई लिएर स्क्वाडमा राख्नुहुन्छ अथवा फर्दर तपाईँहरू केही उसलाई रोक्ने अथवा फर्दर केही छ तपाईँहरू
क्लोज क्याम्पमा सन्दीपको इन्क्लुजन पछि केही कुराहरू नआएको होइन तर फाइनल स्क्वाडमा राख्ने चाहिँ एज फार एज सेलेक्सन कमिटी र कोचले हो मोरली र फिजिकली फिट र उसको आवश्यकता टिममा छ छैन भन्ने कुरा एउटा कुरा होला त्यसबारेमा क्यानले राख्नै पर्छ हटाउनै पर्छ भन्ने कुरा क्यानले भन्दै
महिनामा हामीले लगभग 3वटा चाहिँ
What is it? Same?
क्रिकेट म्यानेजरले यसलाई राख्नु भएको छ एकैछिन
हजुर सरिताजी थ्याङ्क यू
About you.
उहाँको पारिश्रमिकको बारेमा चाहिँ किनभने हामीले एउटा डिस्क्लोजर साइन गरे भएर चाहिँ हामीले उहाँको पारिश्रमिक चाहिँ खुलै हाल्नु मिल्दैन तर त्यो बाहेक यस उहाँ अहिले इनिसियली 2 वर्षको कन्ट्र्याक्ट हुन्छ विच इज एक्सटेन्डेबल म्युचुअल कन्सेन्टमा त्यो बाहेक चाहिँ उहाँको वर्षमा 240 दिन चाहिँ उहाँ नेपाल क्रिकेटलाई दिनुहुन्छ 1 वर्षमा मिनिमम वर्किङ डेज भनौँ त्यति दिन चाहिँ उहाँ नेपालको क्रिकेटमा बिताउनुहुन्छ त्यो बाहेक अरू के जानु थियो हजुर
त्यो बाहेक जस्तो कस्तो भइरहेको छ भने अब यो विगत 15 महिनामा हेर्ने हो भने चाहिँ हामी लगभग 3वटा कोर्सलाई तय गरेका छौँ कन्ट्र्याक्टहरू कुनै पनि कोर्सले चाहिँ जतिको भनेर त्यति गरिरहनु पर्छ बसिरहनु भएको छैन होइन अब यो चाहिँ कन्ट्र्याक्टलाई टाइट गर्ने चाहिँ जिम्मेवारी क्यानको हो कि अथवा क्यानले आफैले यस्तो कोर्सहरूलाई चाहिँ तपाईँहरूले जानुहोस् भनेर विदाय गरे हो कि यसको चाहिँ अलिकति बताइदिनुहोस्
अलिकति यसलाई चाहिँ दुवै एङ्गलबाट हेर्नुपर्ने हुन्छ सर्टेन केसेसमा चाहिँ कोचहरूको त्यस्तै आइपरेको हुनाले कोही पनि व्यक्ति यदि तपाईँसँग काम गर्नलाई यदि इच्छुक हुनुहुन्न उहाँको आफ्नो सामायिक पारिवारिक समस्याहरू छ भने जबरजस्ती उहाँहरूलाई रोकेर राख्नुको कुनै तात्पर्य हुँदैन अरू केसमा चाहिँ के भयो भने म्युचुअली एग्री गरेर उहाँहरूलाई चाहिँ विदाय गरियो सो यस हामीले 3टा कोच फेर्यौँ तर अहिले आएको कोच चाहिँ कमिटेड पनि हुनुहुन्छ सकेसम्म लामो समय बस्ने गरी उहाँले आफै पनि भन्दै हुन्थ्यो सक्छौँ भने हामी 3 वर्षकै कन्ट्र्याक्ट एकैचोटि गरौँ हामीले चाहिँ 2 वर्षको गरेर एक्सटेन्डेबल गरेका छौँ होइन सो उहाँ कमिटेड हुनुहुन्छ र उहाँसँगसँगै हामी पनि कमिटेड छौँ कि नेपाल क्रिकेटलाई एउटा स्थायित्व प्रदान गर्नुपर्छ भनेर एउटा लङ टर्म भिजन लिएर आएको कोच हुनुहुन्छ उहाँसँगै भिजनमा हामीसँगै अगाडि बढ्नेछौँ भन्ने विश्वास लिएर अगाडि बढिरहेको छौँ होपफुली तपाईँले 15 होइन अर्को 24 महिनापछि यो प्रश्न गर्दाखेरि पनि वहीँ छेउमै बसिरहनुहुन्छ होला
Thank you.
Everyone is smiling, so good.
अवश्य पनि हामीले पहिलो चरणको प्रक्रिया पार गरेर यहाँ आएको आइडिया के थियो भने यो पालो कुनै पनि प्रकारको हन्टर नदिउँ अर्को हातमा आफै खानुपर्छ भनेर सो सबै पहिलो चरणको सबै प्रक्रियाहरू पुरा गरेर हामी यहाँ आइपुगेका छौँ यसपछि पनि केही प्रक्रियाहरू यथावत गर्छौँ त्यो हामी पुरा गर्दैछौँ तर अहिलेलाई चाहिँ हामी यहाँ आइपुग्दाखेरि हालसम्म चाहिँ सबै प्रक्रियाहरू एज पर स्पोर्ट्स काउन्सिल र स्पोर्ट्स मिनिस्ट्रीको थ्रु पुरा गरेर आएको
सम्झौतामा अघि धेरैवटा कुरा छन् भनेर हेक्टरले भन्नुभएको थियो क्यानले चाहिँ जस्तै नेसनल मेन्स सिनियर टिमलाई कोचिङ गराउनेदेखि बाहेकको अरूमा पनि सहयोगको अपेक्षा गरेका छ
अवश्य पनि एउटा हेडको चाहिसकेपछि उहाँको भिजनको अनुसारले देशको क्रिकेट चल्छ सो त्यो हिसाबले हामीले जुनियर क्रिकेटलाई पनि त्यसै गरी अलाइन गर्दैछौँ अरू कुराहरू पनि पाइपलाइनमै छ इमर्जिङ टिमको कन्सेप्ट ए टिमको कन्सेप्ट यो सबै कुराहरू कोचसँग डिस्कस भइरहेकै छ सो अवश्य पनि यो एउटा पाइपलाइनमा भएको आइडिया हो तर यसलाई एक्जिक्युसन लेभलमा जानलाई चाहिँ हामीले त्यो हाम्रो जुन स्ट्रक्चर छ त्यसलाई रिअलाइन गर्नुपर्ने छ आजको भोलि नै इभेन्ट गर्न त्यति सजिलो छैन एउटा इभेन्ट गर्नलाई हामीलाई जति मेहनत लाग्छ हामीले अर्को 4वटा इभेन्ट प्लान गरेका छौँ सो 4 गुणा बढी मेहनत चाहिएको छ र 4 गुणा बढी सपोर्ट पनि चाहिएको छ फ्रम कर्पोरेट सेक्टर फ्रम गभर्मेन्ट सेक्टर यो दुईटै सेक्टरको यदि हातोमालो भयो भने चाहिँ तपाईँले चाहिँ यो आउँदो
What is the
target in next 3-year target?
with the national team we are talking about, right? Let us look into the events that we will represent, right? So the number of games at the moment, let's say short-term goal at the moment is about the next 12 ODI games. So in that, obviously I'm trying to look for getting some consistent performance. We get some good results that will obviously help us to build the team even more in a better way. And when you talk about 2 years, it's going to be stage by stage. We are looking at another big event which is coming up after this is Asia Cup qualifiers, right? So that is one other thing. Before Asia Cup, we also go to Namibia for the World Cup qualifiers, right? I think once I understand the whole calendar, I'll be able to put up the long-term plan. But at the moment, it's all about building the team, making them understand what will be required to bring an on-field performance. Okay, so the energy at the moment is only going there from my side. And look, I'm only here 1 week old with all of you. So it will take a couple of days, couple of months for me to understand things properly. And as I get into it, maybe I'll be able to give you a little more clear answer, long-term vision on that part.
Is it possible to save the ODI status?
Good question. we are walking into the unknowns. We are pretty much walking into the unknowns, but at the same time, what we are as a team, and I can say this openly, that as a team, we are preparing towards the unknown with a lot of excitement. Okay, and that is what I'm looking forward to. The challenges are obviously huge. We cannot deny that part. But at the same time, like I said, in last 7 days, I was able to identify one thing very clearly. Skills are there, and with skills, there are few players who have also got some experience in place now. So it's just about for them to come together as one unit and perform. And we need all of you as support.
Coach, I have a question. It's been about a decade that you have been close to Nepali cricket, and what is the main thing that has attracted to you and made it so close with Nepali cricket?
Emotions serve purpose. Okay, and there are a lot of stories, untold stories. Obviously, like I said, that at times I'm not able to express clearly in front of all of you, but I have tried to pen down certain things from my side. I can say that you have cricket legacy in itself, because to gain ODI status and not to forget that last cricket partnership, right? And then obviously I was there in Zimbabwe celebrating with them when they gained the ODI status. All your great cricketers from the past, Paras Khadka, a great captain himself, what he did for the country, Sharad, Basant, all of them have been associated with. So I know that what they have contributed towards your nation. And now it's about all these young new leaders who are going to bring in something. So for me, the attraction was to answer you clearly the unconditional love which people have given me over here, the cricketers who have given me as well. And at the same time, what I see from their side in terms of the hunger which they have to learn, the work ethic which they bring in. In limited resources that we have over here, I can proudly say that all your players out here put in a lot of effort. Number of hours which they put on the ground, the sweat which they put on the ground, it's time that they'll also get results for that. Okay, so I would definitely like, my excitement is about being in that story with them. Okay.
Is there any chances that captain will be changed?
Captain change.
Any chances of captain change?
Captain change. Look, again, it's a partnership, right? So my association again with Rohit Podal from the under-19 times, and what I've seen right now, he is maturing very well. He is again someone who is learning his leadership skills. We want that partnership to go on for a long period. The 2 formats which you are playing and the number of games which you are playing, I think it's only ideal and it's suited that we have one captain for a longer period.
मेरो एउटा सुझाव जिएमजीलाई, तपाईँहरूको पछाडि त्यो इन्टरनेसनल स्पेलिङ मिस्टेक भएछ। अनि मेरो अर्को चाहिँ तपाईँले अस्ति एउटा पोडकास्टमा गएर महिला क्रिकेटर सम्बन्धी एउटा अभिव्यक्ति दिनुभएको थियो। तपाईँ अहिले पनि त्यही अभिव्यक्तिको पछाडि हुनुहुन्छ?
को हुनुहुन्छ?
म प्रज्वल ओली, द काठमाडौँ पोस्ट।
सर्वप्रथम त्यो स्पेलिङ एरर छ भने त्यसको लागि माफी चाहन्छु। I don't think this is the right place to discuss what I've spoken in the past. A few things have been got chopped off half, and half of it has been portrayed. And that half portrayal has been blown out of proportion. I think, but however, I'm aware that it has hurt a few sentiments, and if it has, I will, apologize to whoever it has hurt. But that's not what I've intended to. And again, if you look at the whole thing, I'm sure you'll get more clarity in it. Thank you.
आफ्नै राष्ट्रिय टिमका खेलाडीहरूलाई एक्जाम्पल दिइन्छ भने क्याम्प चुपै रहेर बस्नुहुन्छ त यसमा चाहिँ के हुँदैन राष्ट्रिय खेलाडीहरू जोडिएको छ नि त एक्जाम्पल दिँदाखेरि पनि नेपालको राष्ट्रिय महिला खेलाडीहरूको एक्जाम्पल दिँदाखेरि क्याम्पलाई यसले केही पनि दुःख लागेन हामीलाई त अलिक दुःख लाग्यो
त्यो सन्दीपको जुन केसमा छ नि उहाँले महिला खेलाडीको जोडिएको कुराहरू भन्थ्यो एकपल्ट रिपिट सरिता भयो नि एकपल्ट फेरि रिपिट गर्छु
यसबारेमा
यसबारेमा चाहिँ म एक्चुअली क्लियरली भनिदिन्छु जस्तो एउटा पोडकास्टमा चाहिँ सन्दीप लामिछानेलाई यसरी गर्यो मिडियालाई यसरी ल्यायो यसरी देखायो यसरी गर्यो भनेर चाहिँ अनि त्यही गरी मैले चाहिँ एउटा महिला खेलाडीलाई बोलाएँ मैले महिला खेलाडीलाई पनि त्यसरी बोलाएँ क्यामेराले खिचिदियो भने मलाई सजिलै ट्र्याप गर्न सकिन्छ भनेर चाहिँ यसरी एउटा राष्ट्रिय महिला टिमका खेलाडीहरूलाई चाहिँ एक्जाम्पलको रूपमा लिँदाखेरि यसरी चाहिँ एउटा अन्तर्वार्तामा गएर एउटा क्याम्पको कर्मचारीले महिला खेलाडीहरूलाई त्यो एउटा एक्जाम्पल दिँदाखेरि चाहिँ क्यामलाई दुःख लाग्दैन यसरी एक्जाम्पल दिन पाइन्छ
टकिङ अबाउट एक्जाम्पल
यसबारेमा म के बोलिनँ जिएमले यसमा स्पष्टीकरण दिइसक्नु भएको छ त्यो इक्जाम्पल नदिनुपर्ने हो त्यो उहाँले चाहिँ त्यसबारेमा एपोलोजाइज गरिसक्नु भएको छ धन्यवाद
Thank you.
क्लोज कर दो भयो हैन
Again, thank you everyone for showing up on such a short notice. And I hope to have further interactions. We all hope to have further interactions with you all. Thank you very much.
सबैलाई धन्यवाद सबैलाई धन्यवाद सबैलाई धन्यवाद
सबैलाई नमस्कार सबैलाई धन्यवाद
सबैलाई नमस्कार
सबैलाई धन्यवाद अब मोटिभेसन भइदियो
शीघ्र
शीघ्र